Once upon a time, in a small town called Macomb, there lived a little girl named Scout Finch. She lived with her older brother Jem and their father, Atticus, who was a lawyer. Scout and Jem loved playing outside, and they would often explore their neighborhood, which was full of interesting characters. One of the most mysterious characters in their neighborhood was a man named Boo Radley. Boo lived in a big house next door, and no one had seen him for years. There were all sorts of rumors about him, and the kids in the neighborhood would often make up stories about what he looked like and why he never left his house. One summer, a new boy came to town. His name was Dill, and he was from Meridian, Mississippi. Scout, Jem, and Dill quickly became best friends, and they spent their days playing together and exploring the town. As they got to know Dill, he became fascinated with the rumors about Boo Radley. He was determined to find out more about Boo and even tried to sneak into his house. The kids quickly realized that Boo was watching them and they began to feel uneasy. But as the summer wore on, the kids began to see that Boo Radley was not a monster. In fact, he was watching over them and even left little presents for them in a tree outside his house. Scout and Jem learned that there was much more to Boo than they had originally thought. As the summer came to a close, the town of Macomb was in turmoil. Atticus had taken on a very controversial case. He was defending a black man named Tom Robinson, who was accused of raping a white woman. Many people in Macomb were outraged that Atticus was defending Tom Robinson, and they saw it as a betrayal of their way of life. Scout and Jem didn't fully understand what was going on, but they knew that it was serious. The trial began, and Atticus did his best to defend Tom Robinson. He argued that there was no evidence against Tom, and that he was being falsely accused. But despite Atticus's best efforts, Tom was found guilty. Scout and Jem were heartbroken. They couldn't understand why someone would be punished for something they didn't do. Atticus tried to explain it to them, but they still didn't fully grasp the situation. As the trial ended, the kids in the neighborhood began to realize that Boo Radley had been watching over them the whole time. They realized that he was a kind and caring person, and not the monster that they had imagined. In the end, Scout and Jem learned a lot about the world around them. They learned that things are not always fair, and that sometimes good people are punished for no reason. But they also learned that there are good people in the world, and that it's important to treat everyone with kindness and respect. Years later, Scout would write a book about her experiences in Macomb, and it would become a classic of American literature. To Kill a Mockingbird would teach generations of readers about the power of empathy, the importance of justice, and the beauty of innocence. Please like, share and subscribe.